Hey, good morning, and welcome to day 103 of Walk with Winston. I hope that you're having a great day, and greetings from Tampa. I get to be in short sleeves again after a little chilly visit to our nation's capital and to my family in Virginia this past week. So yesterday we talked a little bit about how trying new things extends our comfort zone. Our comfort zone is a circle of where we feel most secure. It's a place where we're familiar, and even if it's not serving us, and it's like the devil we know versus the devil we don't know in one sense. It's comfortable. It's known, and it's habitual. And so it's very easy for us to stay in that cocoon of comfort. And so when we step out and try some new things, it stretches that boundary a little bit more. And the more that we take those steps to stretch those boundaries, we set a new circle. We set a new boundary for us. And that's why I think it's so important to stretch and try new things. Well, today the corollary to that is another principle I think is really important in transformation, and it is around the principle of surrender. And so, have you ever noticed when when you're looking for something and you're struggling to move and expand your horizons? Not only is it easy to stay in our comfort zone, but sometimes we hold on so tightly to that idea or that known part of our life that we're not in a position to receive anything new. And so that got me thinking today about how have I held on to things that are known and secure and comfortable in favor of things that are beyond my comfort zone. And so if you're trying to transform, you're trying to take that next leap forward, what do we have to do to receive that bigger zone in our life? Well, I think it takes surrender and open hands. So think of a gift. If I'm holding on to my present and then someone wants to give me a new present, how am I going to do that? I've got all these things in my zone and I can't really receive. And so what it takes is open hands. Open hands to that adventure. Open hands to that new idea. Open hands to that new principle or concept that could really advance me and take me forward. And so I think the idea of a comfort zone and this principle of really clinging on tightly to that which is known and comfortable can really inhibit our growth, can really inhibit our progress in life. Just to give you an example, when I was applying to different colleges, I had an idea about how I was going to pay for college. It was one idea. It was getting a football scholarship. And so that was the path that we had all set our mind on in terms of how that was going to happen. And it took a traumatic injury to my knee to get us to see that there was even a better path to doing that. A path that not only helped pay for college, but developed me up and trained me up in my natural giftings, much more so than doing athletics. And I'm thankful that my plans didn't happen the way I thought, or the timing didn't happen the way I hoped. And so as we look back on our life, I think we can see lots of these situations where when we have finally surrendered and we say, I give up, miracles happen. I'll give you another example from a couple years ago. Was relocating to Florida, reinventing my life, and I remember distinctly getting a call from our real estate agent back in Kentucky, and basically said, look, you are significantly underwater with what you've invested in the house and what the market's going to bear. In fact, you're so underwater that I suggest you do a short sale. Well, for some people that might be an option, but for me, I did not want to create a door. A short sale limits your ability to purchase another house in the near term because it's on your record. It's on your financial record. And so it's like, that is not going to happen. I'm going to find a way. And the cool thing about that was I did that in a moment of surrender. I remember getting on my knees and praying and just so frustrated with the whole situation. And then a series of events happened in the next 60 days to find a great buyer who was going to pay cash, didn't need an appraisal, was able to offer more than what our real estate agent thought it was worth, got me closer to the number I needed to get out of the property. But that plus the combination of a brand new career ended up a year later with, that debt was completely wiped out. Now, that was not my plan, but it came after a total meltdown, in a sense, and total surrender on my part. So if you're stuck and you're not seeing the progress in your transformation, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to totally surrender and let God's perfect plan and perfect timing unfold, and just be part of the adventure. We don't have to know the outcome to experience His best. With that, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.